Wagwan, my peoples, it is the end of the month, so you know what that means. I'm here to keep you updated on the Tampa Bay real estate market. Let's get right into it. What is going on, YouTube? If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back to the Living in Tampa Bay channel. I am your host, Shandon Kaya, and your trusted real estate advisor for the Tampa Bay area. I'm excited to share that this will be, or likely be, the last time I will be doing these videos from this setup. I got a brand new camera, drone, new phone, all new equipment to produce better content for you guys. So hopefully I can get some better images, videos, some aerial footage to give you guys a more enjoyable experience for our Tampa Bay real estate market updates. But for now, we're going to do things as we have been in the past. And if you've been here before, then you know in these market reports, I cover the 4 major counties of Tampa Bay, which are going to be Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, and Manatee counties. To get a grasp of what's going on in the market, I cover 3 key metrics of data, which is going to be the total active inventory, the average days it's taking to sell, so from list to close, and then the average sale price, of course, for the respective counties. And this data you will see encompasses all residential properties, including single and multifamily, as well as condos and townhomes. I personally pull my data from my local MLS. It is very accessible and easy to me, but if you see different data from other sources, just know that everyone gets their data from a different place, so that's why numbers may vary. But this is coming from my local MLS that typically covers mostly Central Florida, but expands across the whole state, of course. So just keep that in mind, remain diligent, and always do your own research. All right, before we jump into the numbers, I want to remind you guys that I am a licensed agent in the state of Florida. So if you have real estate goals, questions, or dreams of moving here, especially the Tampa Bay area, I would be honored to earn your business and help you make your transition here as smooth as possible. So I'm going to drop my contact information on screen so you guys can get in touch. And don't hesitate to give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, as I'm always here to be a resource for you. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you guys some free added value for hanging around to the end of the video with some resources I think you could really benefit from. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to go down, like, comment, and hit that subscribe button because it genuinely helps me continue to create more content like this for you guys. All right, so enough wasting time. Let's get right into the numbers, shall we? First up on our list is Hillsborough County with an active inventory of 6,360 properties, an increase from what we saw last month, taking an average of 65 days to sell, a decrease from what we saw a month ago, and an average sale price of $510,183, an increase from what we saw in March. Next on our list is Pinellas County with an active inventory of 7,798 properties, a decrease from what we saw a month ago, taking an average of 79 days to sell, and an average sale price of $589,147, both increases from what we saw a month ago. Third is Pasco County with an active inventory of 4,711 properties, an increase from what we saw in March, taking an average of 71 days to sell, and an average sale price of $371,872, both of which are decreases from what we saw a month ago. And lastly, slowly becoming one of my favorite counties in Tampa Bay is Manatee County with an active inventory of 4,875 properties, a decrease from what we saw in March, taking an average of 86 days to sell, an increase from what we saw last month, and an average sale price of $569,074, a decrease from what we saw a month ago. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is this data is everywhere. And as I've been saying all year, this is going to be the most dynamic market we've seen in several years. There's no particular pattern, no trends to follow, and every county is kind of operating in their own way. We're seeing value increases in both Hillsborough and Pinellas County, though in Pinellas it was very, very small, just a couple $1,000s. And then Pasco and Manatee are following the same trend, trending downwards, but both still very, very small changes in closed property value. One thing that really caught my eye, though, is both Pinellas and Manatee County have seen decreases in inventory, and I think that is the first time in at least several months, I want to say maybe even a year, maybe even 2 years, that we've seen inventory go down month over month in those two counties, and that is for a couple reasons. In Pinellas, after the hurricanes, we saw a lot of people rush to the market, so to try and get out of that upside down or underwater situation, and a lot of properties were active trying to get listed and sold as quick as possible. With Manatee County, there's tons of new construction development. So as builders finish their single family, quick move-in ready homes, that pushes up the inventory as well. But with a lot of these builders closing out some of their major communities, we've seen this decrease in inventory in Manatee, which would honestly be a good trend, and I think it could do a great thing for property values in that area. This decrease in Pinellas County could come from a couple things. My first thought is, when I'm driving around the beach in the areas that were most affected by the hurricanes, I'm starting to see a lot of people just go ahead and make the renovations to just lift their house instead of leave it the way it is and try and sell it with the bare bones. And to me, that says sellers aren't willing to just walk away for less. They're instead getting the permits, investing the necessary money in order to lift those properties and bring them back to their, once great status. Another reason could be that sellers just simply aren't getting what they want. They've seen the huge decrease in property values over the past couple years throughout the county, and they're not willing to walk from it. They have much lower interest rates than what the market can provide right now, and sometimes that is just too hard for a seller to walk away from, especially if they're going to buy a new property and get that market interest rate that's sitting, between 6 and 7%. We also see in both Pinellas and Manatee that properties are taking longer to sell. And now we know in Manatee, because of the new construction process, a lot of these buyers are building from the ground up, and that process can take anywhere from 3 to 8 months. So we see extended closings for that reason. Now, of course, not all homes are new construction, so they won't take that long to close. That's why the average kind of balances out. But in Manatee County, a lot of inventory is from those new construction communities. So the average does get pushed up a bit. Now, in Pinellas, my only reasoning could be that because a lot of these properties were damaged, they have to go through longer inspection periods, maybe longer repair periods for sellers to take care of, whatever's found on the inspection, and that could just be leading to longer closings, especially those properties that were affected by the hurricanes the most. As of right now, I see Hillsborough County being the most consistent and probably the safest place to invest or purchase a home, only because it's big enough and has a neighborhood fit for just about any lifestyle and price range. I mean, when you're talking anywhere from Land O'Lakes all the way down to Ruskin, the price ranges are anywhere between $250,000 to $850,000, and if you're talking luxury, we're talking $1 million plus in areas like South Tampa, Bayshore Boulevard. The ones we all know. I think that's why the average of Hillsborough County kind of hovers around that $500,000 mark, because you have literally every price point throughout the county, and I'd say an equal number of those close month over month, so it kind of hovers around that $500,000 price range, and seems to be there consistently, at least over the course of 2026 so far. All right, now that the boring part is over, I wanted to honor my offer I made earlier and give you guys a little bit of value. So if you are a buyer and preparing yourself to purchase a home within the next 6 to 12 months, maybe even sooner, I'm going to drop a link to my free home buyer guide for 2026 in the description of this video, all you have to do is copy and paste the link into your search bar. It'll take you to the PDF completely free. And this guide has all the necessary information and resources to take you from A to Z on purchasing a home. And for my sellers, who right now is the most tricky market to get the greatest financial outcome, it is important to take the necessary steps to prepare your home to hit the market. That way you can get those benefits from home ownership that we all desire. So for you guys, I will drop a link to my SOLD Playbook. It is the same exact thing, but for sellers. It's going to tell you everything you need to know and do to prepare your home for the market to get that outcome you're looking for. And the same thing applies. You just have to copy and paste that into your search bar. It'll take you to the PDF completely free. And with that, I'll be wrapping up the video here. And I'll remind you guys that I am a licensed agent in the state of Florida. So I would be honored to help you accomplish those real estate goals, no matter how big or small they are. So I'm going to drop my contact information on screen one more time so you guys can get in touch. And do not hesitate to reach out. I'm never too busy for anybody. And I, like I said, am honored to be a resource for you and answer any questions you may have. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, go down, like, comment, hit that subscribe button, because it genuinely helps me continue to create more content like this for you guys. I'll be seeing you soon on the next video. Peace out.